Then we'll see that I'm going to start. Okay. The first one is, you know, already I told last class, you must know about yourself things, means about all around your things, okay, your education and all kind of stuff. Next one is, what are you using? Like you're using a computer laptop. So what is that computer laptop configuration? What is their operating systems? What application you know? You are using a mobile phone. So what is their mobile phone? What kind of mobile it is? What is their processor in it? What kind of operating system in it? Okay, like that. So I'm telling first of all how to check your system configuration. You have a computer, how to check it. And what is your system configuration? This is a question. You must know what is your system configuration means. What answer we have to tell? What answer you have to tell? Some people we generally ask questions. So, what is your system configuration? They'll tell my system is Lenovo. My system is 15 inches. My system is Latitude. By that one, no one will understand what is your system. Okay. So, and why we should require to know what is your system configuration also, I will tell. Okay. Why is not a question, but you must know why we are checking. That is also we should know. How to check it, what is your system configuration means what to tell, and why should we know our system configuration. That is also important. Okay. Next, very basic level. So, what is how to check IP address in your system? Every system is connected to whenever a system is connected to a network means you are communicating in the network. Meaning is your system has an IP address. Your adapter, which adapter you are connecting, Wi-Fi, wireless, what adapter you are connected, so that adapter contains an IP address. Okay, what is that IP address? And MAC address. How to check IP address and MAC address. Okay, because IP address by default, any system does not contain by default any IP address, but every adapter contains a MAC address by default. But whenever you connect it to the network, either you configure an IP address or you will get an IP address from DHCP server. That is also I will explain as a second part. How to check IP address and MAC address. If possible, I will tell what is difference, what is IP address and MAC address and their differences. Okay. What is DHCP and DNS? Most of the people think, most of the people think, sir, DHCP, DNS, it is a server side. Of course, I'm not teaching any server kind of stuff here. I'm teaching client side. Daily we are using this. And you are using a computer means you are using a computer means the computer contains a configuration, 32-bit, 64-bit configuration, whatever Windows operating system, Linux operating system, Mac operating system is there. Processors, different type of processor, i5, i7 processors. Okay, different RAM configuration, 8 GB, 4 GB, 16 GB RAM configuration, different type of storages also there. So, how to check these system configurations and what is your system configuration thing also we have to. Next one is when you connect it to the network. When you connect your system, you are connected to your network means You're communicating means your system has some IP address. How to check that IP address? Okay. How to tell an answer what is your IP address? How to check your IP address? Okay. What is the difference between IP address and MAC address? What it is? Okay. So you are getting an IP address from DHCP server. That is it. So where is the DNS comes? For example, I open a website like a w3schools.com website I open. When I open this website, okay, guys, all communication in the network is by IP addresses only. Someone will, okay, but we are trying to communicate with names only because names we can easily remember, right? When you are telling them Microsoft.com, Google.com, Facebook.com, YouTube.com, okay. So most of the communication we use, the time it is names only because names are more convenient. We can able to remember. But we are communicating with an IP addresses only. So you don't know what is the IP address of www.w3schools.com server IP address. You don't know divorces.google.com IP address. We don't know javatpoint.com www.javatpoint.com IP address. Mail.google.com IP address. We don't know that one. So if you don't know means you cannot communicate. But how your system knows that IP address of those things? It is by DNS server. Okay, so that kind of stuff, basic stuff, I will try to explain today. Depends upon the time limit. Also, we'll see. Okay, so sometimes it is very easy. Also, get to know, guys, yourself. You must know yourself. Point that is what I'm trying to say. So look at here. What is your mobile phone configuration? Your mobile phone configuration. Okay. So how to know what is your system configuration? Sorry, mobile phone configuration. Go to settings in your mobile phone. In bottom there is a about your mobile phone. Something is there. So go to that one. It will tell you about your mobile phone configuration. Or when your mobile phone having box right in that one also, we can get a system config. Your mobile phone configuration. Or you can use install a third party tools. That also we can do it in mobile phones. In mobile there are different type of mobiles are there. Android based mobiles are there. iOS based mobiles also there. Of course, Windows based mobiles also there. Also there means earlier it is there, now it is not there. It is a buzz type only. Currently Android and iOS are more popular in the things. So what is those differences? Difference between apps and all. For example, Android is a more convenient for a lot of people. So generally, people using a heavy apps kind of stuff, Android is the best one and cheaper. Okay, so you can create yourself an application and also use it on any Android mobile phone. You can get a different type of application wise. Lot of applications are possible in Android, but in iOS is mainly for security purpose. iOS is a complete ownership for iPhone only. We cannot use iOS in any other mobile phones. And another hand, iOS app controller is very limited, so only Apple will give you the app, either it is free or paid. If you want, you can use it, otherwise leave it only. Android is not like that. Android is lot of applications. Original application, genuine application, duplicate applications, dangerous applications also there in a Android. Okay, and Android is used by a lot of different mm, mobiles, right? So different companies use an Android, including Nokia also using now Android. Nokia earlier has Symbian operating system. Later, Nokia Lumina series is launched with Microsoft operating system. Now it is came to the Noida, sorry, Android. Okay, like this. Self thing means you must know yourself. You have to search what is this kind of stuff. You can try it. Okay. Operating system also. PC operating systems also. You can try what is the difference between Windows and Mac operating system. So I will give you a list later, some other list once these things. Okay, this part try yourself or check yourself only. I'm giving this to you. Okay, most of the people having an idea, but some people will ignore it. So they will go to college, complete a college, come back. That's it. So, but no other small activities. Also, some people don't do it, including those people. Plus, people who are already interested in these things. Also know it. Guys, knowledge is very important. Knowledge is important. Second important is presentation. Okay, learn the things, improve your technical skills, improve your knowledge, technical skills, technical expertise. And another hand, it is presenting it, like when you are attending an interview or when you are talking to your project manager. Now it is completed. For example, later, once you are went to an organization, you have to talk to your project manager. That is also your work related or about any other things. You must have a presentation. Presentation means not PPT, not PPT. So able to tell what you know, what you want. That is a important in an organization. Okay. Up to here, good guys. Okay. Okay, guys. Here it is. The first one is how to check system configuration. You can check system configuration by different ways. One is just go to search or run. Okay. In that one, you can type ms info. No need of cap letters. Just I'm giving cap letters for a look good. Okay, that's it only. MS info 32 in a search or a run. In a run also you can type it. Next one is DXDIAG. DXDIAG. Of course, you can type task manager, or you can, if it is a run, okay, task mgr. Okay, you can use in a search task manager, or you can type task mgr. For task manager openings, different ways are there. So one of the thing is task manager. In a search only, type about your PC. Type about your PC. Type about your PC. Okay. Or you can go to settings. Okay, means press Windows button. Press Windows or start button. Go to settings, system, and about. Both are same. MS Info 32, DXDIAG, Task Manager, about your PC. Okay. System info also will get it, command line, or you can use third party tools. like a Speccy, CPU Z application also you know what is your basic system configuration. Spice is easy one compared to CPU Z. Or you can use third party tools also available. Next, what is your system configuration? I will show you all one by one, but see so what is your system configuration means. Till now we didn't find our system configuration, but what is the answer? Later we'll see that one. Again, we'll see this answer. But what are the things you have to tell about your system? You have a computer or a laptop, so you have to tell about your system. Even it is a mobile phone, you have to tell about what CPU, what processor you are using. CPU, processor, both are same names. CPU, central processing unit. Processor is just processor name. The name is processor. Okay. What kind of CPU? i5 processor, Intel processor, i5 processor, i3 processor, i7 processor, and their generations or numbers are there, side by numbers. What is their clock speed, number of cores, number of things are there. Okay. So is it a Intel type processor or it is a AMD processor? Generally, most of the systems either Intel or a AMD type processors only. Of the system, Intel or a AMD type of processors. First one. Second part is the model means that number. Okay. So kind of which model it is. Okay. Like it can be a i3 processor or it is a i5, i7 or a pentium gold processor. Okay. So like that, or maybe it can be a AMD type means ryzen, more popular ryzen, athlon. Okay. Generations. Generations. Very simple. While I'm writing, it is look like a big one, but generations. There is a model numbers also there. Generation model number. Generations are a model numbers. Okay, there is a model numbers. Okay. Number of cores, number of threads or logical processors. Okay, number of threads, number of logical processor, cache memory, mainly L3 cache memory. Okay. So out of this one, how much you can able to recognize or able to tell that much only. Just I'm writing everything. RAM. What is your RAM? Okay. So size of the RAM. Okay. RAM size. It is in MBs or GBs. Generally, we are using GB size RAMs only. So how much GB it is? 10 GB, 8 GB, 4 GB RAM. Next one is model means is it a DDR3 or DDR3 is a older one. Now it is DDR4, DDR5 models are into market. Okay, and that clock speed is there. If possible, add a clock speed. Here also important one is model number, number of cores. Before that one, there is a clock speed. I will show you once we are. Are you using a hard disk or SSD? Okay, are using hard disk or SSD and their size. Okay, 500 GB hard disk. We added Encore. Where are we? Next one is operating system. What operating system you are using? Is it a Windows based operating system, Linux based operating system? Is it a Windows 10? Okay, generally Windows 10 or 11 we are using. In that one, home editions, pro editions, enterprise editions. Are you using a Mac address and what version it is? Okay, if you are using Mac OS, then what is their version? Some people ask me, sir, can we have to tell about a graphical processor, means graphic cards? Yes, if you want, we can add it. Okay, if you have any dedicated graphic cards, 2 GB graphic card, 4 GB graphic cards, you can tell. If it is integrated type, means Intel X, Iris Xe type model it came, UHD model is there, okay, HD 4000 models are there. So those are also acceptable, okay, but not those are not a graphic card. For example, you take a Ryzen having a so Radeon integrated graphics is there. Integrated, just the names only there. It means so no need to specify that one. If in case integrated, but there is a specific number is there. For example, my processor integrated 2 GB graphic. My CPU integration is there. Guys, what is this CPU integrated and dedicated kind of stuff? I will tell very simple. Maybe this is you can understand. This is my CPU chipset. CPU chipset basically, okay, having a some video memory also there. So for a video memory is also there. Means so this using this memory useful for a your display. Okay, it support up to a certain level of graphical processing, which is that chip means which is that memory is built inside your CPU. So it's used for a basic display. Some processor, I have one processor that is does not contain any video display related. So compulsory have to use a graphic card in that one. Okay. Sometimes this processor, like this integrated part, UHD, HD, Iris, XE, these are a very basic level graphics. Memory is there, graphical memory is there. That's it. We cannot play games, means heavy games, multimedia things. We may not be able to use it. Sometimes we can able to use it with these things. Sometimes it inside in the integrated of CPU inside a CPU only there is a specific size of graphic memory is there. For example, 2 GB built-in graphics. Okay, these are not having any specific. There are 13 MB, 15 MB kind of stuff. Okay, 25 MB, 36 MB, those kind of stuff. But this is integrated 2 GB graphics, 4 GB graphics, integrated inside it is CPU memory. It is certain laptops like you purchase a gaming laptop, so that contains a graphic card. It is a outside. It is a GPU which we are inserting into our motherboard. Okay, there is a CPU and there is a separate graphic card. Okay, this is 2 GB graphic card, 4 GB graphic cards. Okay, Nvidia graphic cards are there now. Yeah, Radeon graphic cards are there. Okay, MSI. So different chipsets are the GeForce. Okay, 8 GB graphic card, 6 GB graphic cards. It means graphical processing will happen at this graphic card. Remaining process will happen at a CPU. If you are using separate dedicated graphic card. So this is dedicated graphic card. These are all integrated graphics. This is integrated graphic memory. These two are both are same, but this is a small size. Generally, you will get a normal size graphic memory. Okay, sometimes it is integrated. Depends upon a type of processor it is. Okay, depends upon the type of processor you will get a. This is dedicated, so not not depends upon CPU. It is not a part of CPU. Separate graphic card. Okay, this is called a dedicated graphic card. This is integrated graphics memory. Both are integrated graphics memories only. Some are some processor will tell this is the names. By name you have to check what is the supporting graphic memory. You will get it for a basic display, basic graphic background. You want to play games, multimedia things, either you should have a dedicated graphic card or integrated with a specific graphic memory. Okay, that is important. Okay, so these are the things we have to tell or know whatever about your system configuration. I am also adding some more things available. Tell me. It depends upon your usage. For example, you play more games or you do multimedia things like a graphic designing, video editing, or maybe you design games. So better to have a. So even there is integrated graphics in there in a CPU. Some basic processor having some basic graphics are there. You have to use a dedicated graphic card. Depends upon your work. 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB required. General purpose. Okay. Now I'm not playing any games, and I have another laptop for another computer for that one. Okay. So this is games are there. Okay, so maybe I don't play next time. So I don't require a dedicated graphics. I can play because of this is internally having some 2 GB graphic card is there. In case if I want to buy a new laptop and if I think I don't want to pay, I don't want this heavy games not required. I will play in different way. Then I choose no graphics. No, not no graphics. Integrated is quite better. Okay, good. So why I'm minimizing, so I seen something. Okay guys, this is what about your system configuration. Also check what is available RAM, virtualization technology showing enabled or not. Is it enabled or not? Few things with few observations we can also take. Okay, disk space. What is a free disk space? Available disk space or a free disk space? How much free disk space? Mainly C drive, mainly C drive and other drives also. What happened, Chandan Gupta? One second, this I don't know. So many. Yeah, pounds. Okay, so like that, few things you have to. And why we should know our system configuration. Of course, it is one of the important question in interviews, general interview questions. Any place it is one of the general interview questions, but only for interview. This training is not for a interview preparation, right? This training is to know at least certain basics about a computer and a networking and basic server part. Okay, so of course, based on that questions also we have to discuss, right? But why we should know system configuration? For example, guys, I want to install an application. I want to install an application. So before installation, I have to check minimum and recommended minimum and recommended system requirements. Okay, so I have to check before installation. I have to check minimum or a recommended system requirements and are no follow. For example, I want to install some application in my PC. Okay, so big application, little big, small applications are okay. Big application, I want to know. Okay, just I'm trying Jenkins. This is a Jenkins application. Okay, just I want to install this Jenkins in my PC. Then I'm going to check hardware and software requirements. Okay, so I want to install in Windows system. Minimum hardware requirement 256 MB RAM, 1 GB, 3 disk space is required. Recommended is minimum 4 GB plus RAM is better. Okay, if it is a small team for only one person utilize, this is for it is a team type small team, minimum 4 GB, 50 GB of disk space is required, and Java, and there is a web browser is required. If I want to install in a Linux, so what are the minimum requirements? Okay, so any application. So for example, mechanical guys use SolidWorks. So SolidWorks. One of my cousin want to install this SolidWorks, but is unable to get do it. So we check what are the system requirements. So it is asking minimum 8 GB RAM. Recommended is 16 GB and more, and minimum is 8 GB RAM kind of stuff. It is showing 2 GB, recommended is 4 GB. It won't work. Minimum 8 GB is required to run smoothly. So then that in a olden days, it is almost like 5 years back. So that time 8 GB RAM is required to run smoothly. Then what happened? His laptop is having 4 GB. Then we purchase 8 GB RAM added. Then it is become 12 GB. So you can we installed successfully and running. Okay. Um, yeah, tell me. Any video editing softwares or anything general softwares people using it. Yes, is there. Yeah, tell me. Which one? Mac Android or a Mac Windows? Mac books means Apple proprietary. Windows operating system is Microsoft proprietary. Very good. Very good. Very good. That you are already answered the question. Okay. So this is an application. Very good, guys. It is a good thing to understand. Some people will suggest, why can't you take a MacBook? It is sophisticated. A lot of people are using very secure one, and but we are using Windows. Of course, cost wise also there. There is a lot of applications provided by a lot of people, lot of websites, lot of companies, right? So Windows support so many type of applications, and that too made for a Windows purpose only, like a .exe type applications, .msi based applications supported by Microsoft Windows, like application having an ending. So .exe, setup .exe, okay, install .msi. So these formats supported by Windows. Mac can never install any application, but Mac as an application wise in the worldwide, so many applications are there. Some are paid, some are not paid. But the Mac purpose designed applications are there, but there are limited. There are limited, and they will work for a Mac. So application created for a Windows application works in Windows. Applications designed for a Mac work in Mac. If I have an application, it is designed for a Windows, it won't work in Mac. And there is an application it designed for a Mac, it won't work in Windows. For Windows purpose designed applications are more. So different resources you can get that applications and you can utilize on a Windows operating system. For a Mac, it should be taken from, means there is a compulsory they should agree with the Apple company. Okay, so these applications are designed for Mac. Check this genuinity and install. Okay, so Mac is more secure because only the Apple approved applications only work. Windows is not like that. Someone is designed for Windows operating system. If it is compatible, it is we can install and run. Sometimes we download danger applications also there. Okay, okay. It's a good question, guys. It is Windows and Mac's differences and application wise. Like a Android application is there. What is Android application extension? APK, right? As I remember, it is APK. You try APK in iOS. You try to install APK in iOS, means Apple Mobile. It won't work because this file, this application designed for a Android purpose only. Correct. Yeah, something I open system requirements for a AutoCAD. See it is showing basic 1 GB graphic card, at least 1 GB graphic card with a DirectX 11 is required. The recommended is 4 GB graphic card is required. Okay, and if you go to the details, also you will find about a CPU requirements, RAM requirements, disk space requirements also there. You said 4 GB is enough. Recommended is 8 GB. But because it's why I'm showing this one, guys, like you want to use some application on your PC, you want to install some application, you must know what is your system configuration. You must know what is your system configuration. Is the CPU support for that application? Is your operating system? That's it is very good question. Is your operating system supported for that application? Is your operating system edition will support for that application? RAM. requirement is there, right? Disk space is there, enough of disk space is there. Okay, and also availability of RAM. That's it. It's a free disk space and availability of RAM. See, my RAM is 12 GB, available is 5.6 only. I want to install some application, I want to run a virtual machine, it is required 6 GB, not fitted. I have a 12 GB RAM, but to run an application it requires 6 GB, it is not fitted. What is different? To install, to run. To install 6 GB, okay, we can install. To run 6 GB, it is not enough. Install is different, guys. Running is different. Installation may require 1 GB, but to run it, you may require 2 GB. And maybe to install, you require 4 GB. To run, maybe it is required only 2 GB space only. 2 GB. Okay, so that's the difference. So basically, to install any applications, of course, to install OS or upgrade operating system, to upgrade an operating system also. Upgrade means I have a Windows 8, I want to upgrade to Windows 10, minimum requirements. I have a Windows 10 and can I upgrade to Windows 11? Then check it for update things. Okay, I paused my updates. I paused my updates. It is not showing, but here it is. More about Windows 10. So help from the web. Installing Windows 11 on eligible devices. Are you eligible to upgrade to Windows 11? Is the minimum requirements are fulfilled like that. Okay. So these are the important. When system is slow, when it is useful, the system is slow. So then we can understand my system is not suitable for this big running kind of stuff. I open lot of tabs, lot of browser, lot of applications. My system becomes slow. Why my system is slow? Because of I'm running lot of applications. Okay, so I can understand either I have to upgrade my system physical capacity, physical, or maybe I have to use in this limit only. As you ask one another good question, that is, guys, what is the use of dedicated graphic cards? And without a graphic cards, without a dedicated graphic cards, and what is the use of graphic cards? I told if you are using a general purpose, you are a programmer. That's it. You're not a you're not a game player. You're not a graphic designers. Okay, you don't require you are not using any AutoCAD kind of multimedia based applications. So you don't require any graphic cards by default. By generally, I'm telling. If in case, just in case, you're in general, if, for example, I usually play games or I try to create some graphic related, maybe video editing related. So I may require a more graphic memory for that one. So I will use it. So know your system for what purpose you are using the system. Also important. Okay, your system is slow because of there is a limit for any system. You have taken i3. There is limited applications only. Number of limited applications. Number of applications are limited. I5 more applications you can run. Just for example, understanding more RAM, more applications. Less RAM, less applications. Right. So in that time also it is very helpful. Okay. I told about. So if you are checking your system configuration, means what is those things you have to list out like this. And how to check system configuration, different ways also there. Yeah, one more is there. Guys, you already know this link. If in case if you don't get the link of this one, I will share this. Current running rounds means daily what are we discuss either full material, at least headings. I'll put it in this one. So it is very easy to track what you learn. Okay. So what is your batch number like this? And PPT is also not direct PPTs, guys. It is Google PPTs. So you don't need to download. Simply open a link in your Android mobile phones, and of course any mobile which is supporting Google Drive kind of stuff. Okay. Simply you can able to. You have a Google part, then you can open these PPTs in your mobile, and you can easily read anytime. Okay. These are all created for a easy to access purpose. Okay. Yeah, one more command is also there. This is how I've taken the screenshots one by one from Task Manager, but I will add those things. Either run, this is a how to open run, Windows R to run a thing, MS Info 32. I type MS Info 32. Okay. This is system information. Like this. Guys, this is a Windows Ink feature. If you are not seeing this ink feature, right click on this taskbar, go to search, interested news, somewhere it is toolbars. Yeah, this is a show Windows ink space button. Okay, very simple. Taskbar, Windows ink space button. So this is a Windows ink feature in Windows 10. So if you click it, you can get a whiteboard or you can use full snipping like this. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is I will show you. This is my operating system, Windows 10 Home operating system, and this is a 64-bit PC. 64-bit PC. You can see 64-bit PC. This is my processor information. Intel i5 3230M CPU, 2.6 gigahertz, 2 core, 4 logical processors are there. And finally, my RAM capacity. Okay. So these are the things we can able to get it from this particular window. What is the first one? I have went there, MS Info 32. Okay. So these are the information you can able to see from this window. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm getting in this one, CPU I'm getting, RAM and operating system. Okay. Only that one. Operating system, your CPU and operating system means your system type 64-bit plus your RAM also we are getting. So I will get a one more thing, that is a hard disk. I will show you how to get a hard disk information. Go to components, expand components, storage, because you can go to each one, network, modem, ports, printers. Okay, disk. This is my hard disk. This is my hard disk. And hard disk partitions. Actually, I have two hard disks. Okay. Okay. This is my hard disk size. Okay. You have to go to components. Under components, storage. Then under that one, go to disk. There you will find a hard disk information, including hard disk model and all. Actually, I forget to add one more point. It is the auto check configuration. One more is there. It is BIOS settings. You know how to go to BIOS setting. There also you can find some system configurations. Okay, very good. This is for a from MS Info 32. Next one is DXDIAG. Guys, DXDIAG is not meant for to know your system configuration. It is to for your graphics information. But also we are getting from DXDIAG, we are also getting system configuration also. So you can go to run, type DXDIAG. For this one, I am trying to show you in search DXDIAG. Okay, DXDIAG. Okay, so just in a both the ways, I am trying to show you. It is open here. What is it? Is DirectX diagnostic tool. Okay, so here also you can see those things. So again, I will take a screenshot. So this is my operating system. I got my operating system and the processor and memory. Memory means your RAM, 12 GB RAM. Of course, it is a 64-bit PC. It is, you can say, 64-bit. Okay. So of course, version is 12 GB. Okay. So we got our system configuration using DirectX diagnostic tool. This much big is not required. Make it as a smaller because one more screenshot is there for that purpose. So can you see display? My processor having a integrated graphics. It is HD graphics family. Okay. Currently it is showing 0, but actually it is 2 GB graphics has to show something integrated part is disabled. I think so. This is a render button. This is your processor related. This is your graphic card related. I have a graphic card NVIDIA GeForce GT 720M. Check the display memory. VRAM is 2 GB. 1999 MB means it is around a 2 GB. Do not worry about remaining details. Okay, the originally dedicated. So how much sharing memory also you don't require. Why deleted? Just for a check mark purpose. See, this is what we discussed. This is my graphic card name, and this is my graphic memory. So check this render. You have a graphic card means. Okay, this is DirectX. Two parts we completed, MS Info 32 and DirectX. So next one is Task Manager. Before going to Task Manager, I will go to about your PC. Okay. So simple guys, go to search, type about your PC. Okay. Just open. It opens the system configuration directly. See about your PC, your processor, your RAM, your system type, and your operating system and their version. Okay, so this is your system. Same system configuration you can open. Go to click on the start button or a Windows button. Settings. Click on settings. Here it is settings. Okay, is a system. Go to system. Scroll down. Click on about. Then you can see. Okay, so both are same screens only. One important is you have to take a screenshot. This part also not important. Otherwise, if you want, you can add those things. We want system configuration. Remaining things are later. See it is under settings, system. Click on about your system. You'll get your processor, RAM, 12 GB RAM, and system type 64-bit operating system, 64-bit processor, and your operating system edition and the version. Okay, edition is enough. Okay, so guys, so one more example why we should know system configuration kind of stuff. Search type about your PC, or you can use go to Windows or a start button, settings, system about. Okay, so last one is not last one, but there is still few things are there. There is also good. But we have to manipulate few things. I have to change few things from it. Yeah, I think so. It is little better. Do not share these documents, guys, to anyone. Guys, task manager. Next one is task manager. Are you good up to now? Very good. But task manager can open different ways. One is just right click on taskbar. Then select task manager. Right, right click on a taskbar. Okay, right click taskbar. Okay, right click on taskbar, so you can select task manager. Next one is you can go to run taskmgr, or you can go to command prompt also. In a command prompt also, like you open a command prompt. In this also you can type taskmgr to open the task manager like this. Okay. Or you use a search, you know already that is search. Okay, so you are more lazy, then use this one. Next, Control Alt Delete. So your screen will take you to that out of your system. There you can sign out options are there, no? Sign out and other options. So you can see there is a task manager option. Okay. So in these ways you can able to open your task manager. But I'll try to open my task manager now. So only two things are left, guys. One is a task manager, another one is a third party. Task manager contain more details, so then you can start from there. Okay, of course. Important is go to task manager. How you go, you don't worry, but go to performance. Performance tab is there. So then you can select one by one CPU, your RAM, disk, GPU. You'll get it. Okay. So one by one I'm clicking. Go to task manager, performance tab. First is CPU. First is your CPU. So what we are getting from here, look at here. So this is my Intel processor i5 3230M 2.60 gigahertz. And number of cores are 2, number of logical processors are 4, virtualization is enabled, and the L3 cache is 3 MB. 3 MB L3 cache. Of course, currently it is showing utilization 90%. First one, CPU. We'll try second one. After CPU, what it is? Memory. Memory means your RAM. Okay, even there is a question. What are the your system components? First is CPU and memory. Anyway, right? So I have a 12 GB RAM, but mine is a old laptop, so I have a DDR3 RAM. My RAM clock speed is 1600 megahertz. Okay, I am my form factor is sodium because it's a laptop sodium. Okay, it is a sodium packages, and my availability of RAM is 5.2. Currently, it is showing 5.2. If in case, if in case, if I close certain backend apps, maybe my laptop. So why it is it lengthy than normal? Because number of pages will increases. In case create a little shorter there. Shorter also visible, right? So, okay. To complete it, I got to know what is my CPU, a number of cores, number of logical processor, virtualization is enabled or not, what is my cache memory. And a RAM, I got a CPU, sorry, RAM, I got a size of my RAM and DDR3 model, availability of RAM and their frequency. What are other things we should get it? Leftover. I have two hard disk guys, don't get confused. This is a disk 0, HDD. Mine is hard disk, not a SSD. Okay. And network is there, plus GPU is also there here. So another one is hard disk. We cannot find operating system. Okay. We cannot find operating system here. Of course, we know our operating system. We don't need this one. We need a capacity. It is a 500 GB hard disk. Type is hard disk. Okay. Type is hard disk. What is CFD? It is my drives. My C drive, D F drive, D drive are in this disk 0 only. I have two hard disk, but I am showing only one hard disk to you. Okay, guys, this is my Wi-Fi. If you see my Wi-Fi, my network information also, you can see my Wi-Fi adapter, my adapter name, my IP address, okay, type of connectivity, also you can see, and send and receiving packets. I connected two things. One is Wi-Fi wise, as also wide wise also. So maximum my network is going through this wiring Ethernet only. Okay, just if you want, I will add this information also. So when you are having a computer on your hand, so compulsory check few things. So what it is? This is my Ethernet. This is where send, receiving, my IP address. This is my IPv6 link local IP address. Okay, my Ethernet. Okay. Yeah, publicly we should not say everything. We should not share our information. It's to know how to check and where to check point. Okay. Last one. What is the last one? Graphic card. So this is my graphic card. Why? What it is? You ask something, two IP addresses kind of stuff. Okay. Because my router is not giving any IPv6 address right now, but every adapter, every NIC, generally recent any NIC having a local IP address is there by default. If you are enable IPv6, automatically there is a IPv6 address is there. That is called a link local IP address. FE80 starting is FE80 is link local IP address. Okay, this is by default FE80 link local IP address. With this IP address, you can communicate in a local. Okay, this is the main IP address. I am communicating with IPv4. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, in my network currently IPv4 is a main communication. IPv6, that is link local, that is based on my PC only. Okay. Local communication we can do with the link local, but if I want to communicate outside to inside, my IPv4 to my router communication is IPv4 only. So guys, this is my 2 GB graphic card, and this is my graphic card name. Okay, my GPU. Currently, it is only 2% for a basic graphic information. So only one I will show you. Last one. Okay. Third party tool. Spicy application. I will show you. Okay. Um, that's it. So this work is completed. Once we are done Spicy, already I installed, guys. This is Spicy. CC Cleaner. CC Cleaner Spicy from same organization. Okay. So click on double click open. Yes. A new version is available. No, no, no. I don't download now. These are the my system information. And one by one also you can go. You want to go depth of your operating system, CPU, your RAM, and all. You can go one by one. Okay, like you want to know about your CPU, complete CPU chart, RAM, how many RAMs are there, each RAM their details. You want to know about your graphic card, you about to know your motherboard, you are about to know what is your storage, so you can get it. But I went to the summary only. Okay, I think you can take a snapshot also there. Save a snapshot, load a snapshot. I don't know what it is. I don't do that one. Just I will take a screenshot only. Snapshot is different, screenshot is different. So what we want an operating system. It is there. You want a CPU, RAM, and storage. I have two hard disk. I said now. This is a second. First main storage is this one. And if you want a graphic card, so I have a two type of graphics cards are there. These two graphic cards. Okay. It is unable to find about my motherboard, so you didn't find. Using application called as Spicy. Type this one now. So Spicy is a third party application. You get to know your system details, but not required generally Spicy application until unless you are not sure about your finding system configuration. But first answers only. Okay, so these are the things how to find system configuration. You can use MS Info 32 DXDIAG or Task Manager, also easy to find about your system, about your PC, or go to start button settings, system about, also you can get it. From BIOS settings also you will know how to go get a system configuration, but I cannot go to BIOS settings because of I have to restart my computer. Okay, so that is the thing is there. So next one is you can use a certain application like a Spicy CPU Z. You'll get to know your system configuration. When you are telling about system configuration, write down what is your CPU. Okay, what is a system configuration? So this is the final point, guys. Better to check your system configuration. Note down in a side, guys. Today, what to do? Find out your system configuration. Note it down in your uh, in a side notepad or a mobile phone. Anywhere you can just have some information. Okay, do not think it is very simple. It is very simple, but when you are trying to tell sometimes answer, it won't get into your mind. Mine is Intel C processor, i5 model it is. Model number is 3230M model it is, and a 2.60 gigahertz processor. Okay, it's a two core, four logical processors, also called as a threads. Of course, it is a 64-bit processor. Of course, it is a 64-bit processor. Intel processor, 64-bit processor, 3 MB L3 cache, 3 MB L3 cache. My RAM is 12 GB RAM. So I'm telling my system configuration. You check your system configuration. My model is DDR3. It is 1600 megahertz clock speed. Of course, it is a sorting package. It is a laptop. I have two hard disks, but I am telling about only one hard disk, 100 GB SATA type of operating system. And my operating system is Windows 10 Home Edition. And I have a graphic card. I have a graphic card. It is 2 GB graphic card, and NVIDIA 720 model it is. Or you can type like a GT 720M. If you want to add that information, also you can add it. GeForce. NVIDIA GeForce GT 720M model it is. So you can say dedicated 2 GB graphic card is there. This is my system configuration, guys. That's it. So, guys, so can you able to check your system configuration? Hmm? Can you able to tell what answer for what is your system configuration like this? So compulsory check, guys. So take a break. When we'll be back, it's at 12:30. Take a 10-15 minutes plus time is there. Come back before 12:30. Okay. So one more hour class is there. So there we have discussed about an IP address, how to check IP address kind of stuff, different things. Okay. I have to stop this recording also.